Hey everybody, this is Cameron Rasmussen. I'm going to give you a tour of the pit setup that we have for Something Rotten that I play a show in every night. So let's go check out the pit. Here we go. So here we are entering the pit here in Buffalo, New York. We just finished our first show of the day. Here's a quick overview. What we got going on. Brian, the conductor, sits up here. Horns over here and all these keyboards and laptops going on. So let's start over at my station over here. Let's check it out. This is my little station here. And this is how I set it up in every city, no matter where we are. Here's the beautiful Shays Smith Theater. That's what we've got above us every night when we play the show. So let me walk you through what I got going on here. So, this is my view every night. As you can see, I don't have any music, but I do have my wonderful Triceratops. This is my Swedish Dollarhäst, trusty Gibson V, which I have had for a number of years. Mirror pickguard on here. Ooh. And I put a kill switch on myself. Put a boost switch on coming from EMG. I got an EMG 60 in the neck. EMG 81 in the bridge, Graph Tech string saver, bridge and saddles on it. But that's my baby right there that I use on pretty much everything when I can, if I can get away with it. Gotta have that groove gear fret wrap going on. Shout out to Snark Tuners also. So let's check out this Axe Effects. On this show, I program these patches, and some shows will have they'll have banking with lots of presets. We didn't need that, so I only programmed 3 presets. I got one here for Something Rotten Guitar 1, and then I can go preset up for Jazz Tone. So those are the only 2 presets I use for this show. Jazz Tone, I use this trusty Ibanez Archtop over here, which I bought at Guitar Center. It was the cheapest one they had. So what I do with that one is my V goes into the usual instrument jack, and instead of buying a switcher box to plug my guitars into, I just put the Archtop into the effects loop of the Axe Effects here on the back. This is for the props people who set this up for me. It's like a dummy switch. When I switch to the Archtop, there's no way I can accidentally play my V or have a distorted sound when we're supposed to be sounding like jazz. Yamaha nylon string guitar. This is my Taylor 566 CE 12 string that they sent me. That's my little acoustic rack on my left here. Instead of using the pickups for our acoustics, use this mic here. I just pull it out when I need it, and we have a little muter box that turn the mic on, and now it's off. So we didn't use the fractal built pedals, which have a whole bunch of buttons. So these are coded for what the guys who played the show on Broadway had. So, you know, RC booster for volume, tube screamer, blues driver, delay, tremolo. That's all the stomp boxes we need for the show. We don't need any more, and so we don't have any more than that. Volume pedal, wah pedal. I got a footrest here for when I'm playing my Yamaha nylon string. Several times I play different doubles is what we call them. 12 string I only play on one song, unfortunately. Some other shows have more advanced setups than that, but we don't. So let's check out some of this other stuff we got going on. We all have these monitors on our stands, everybody. Mike has one over here, bass player's one there, everybody. And what it's a feed of is this camera right there pointing at Brian sitting in this chair. So as you can see Brian not being there. We all have that because sometimes you're not in a place where you can see the conductor from where you're sitting. You gotta stay with everyone somehow. So we have these monitor feeds so that we can see Brian conducting. All Broadway shows have that set up pretty much. on Broadway, we don't have it here, there would actually be 2 TV monitors. So when they're singing, they can see those monitors of Brian conducting. So they would have this same feed on those TVs out there. It's very useful. A lot of people will be familiar with these. Avions, these are the newer ones. My mix has all of me, the best channel on the whole band, Guitar 1. You know, everybody can customize their mix. I got a lot of drums, I got a lot of Guitar 2. Everybody changes these to what they want theirs to sound like. Myself and 3 others travel with the show. So the 7 other players in this pit are local. We get to have 1 rehearsal with them every Tuesday morning in a city. We only know them for a few hours before we play the show for the first time, which is a bit interesting. As you might have noticed, there's no speakers for the guitars anywhere in this pit. That's because everything we hear is just heard in our headphones. And the feed from our fractals over here gets sent directly to the sound people at the front of house. Let's check out the rest of the pit, shall we? So we got a bass player here, he's got 5-string for the show, and stand-up. That's pretty standard for most Broadway shows. Bass has a beautiful tube DI. Here we are in Brad's drum booth. I'm trying to get as much of it as I can. So, you know, standard miking, overheads, tom mics, and so on. Gotta be able to set it up quick in every city, so they're not like 421s or something. Brad actually has a feed of the stage, which is, you know, we're all pretty jealous of that. Conductor feed on his left and on his right. That's the drum booth. Here's the violin chair. It's pretty easy, just need 1 mic for it. Here we're at key 3, it's a local guy. So here we have laptops that are running samples. They run samples for all of the strings in the show. So all of the strings in the show are pretty much coming from this keyboard here. And the thing that makes them sound real is violin chair. All the keyboards have a volume pedal here, as you can see, controlling the MIDI volume with that. Sustain and patch advance. Hit the button, we're ahead. Hit the button, we're ahead. We have 2 laptops here because sometimes one of them will fail. So when one of them fails, they have a switch somewhere on here. I don't deal with this. I believe it's this one. Yes, the A-B switch. Their laptop's running heavy samples, and so when the samples overload the CPU of the computer, they'll have to switch to their backup until they can fix that one. Same goes for this chair over here, key 2. Key 2 has a lot of stuff that was reduced from Broadway, so a lot of this, the whole book is, you know, xylophone in his right hand and woodblock in his left hand, or sax chords in his left hand while he's playing some other weird, you know, oboe patch in his right hand. It's like, it's all like that. So same setup but different samples over here. Trumpet, trombone, 2 trombones, reed player, as you can see. We have 5 different doubles for them: alto, tenor, clarinet, flute, and piccolo. The view that Brian has looks like every night he actually gets to watch the show. There's the camera staring at you. I also think it's important to mention that all of that lighting, all of those drops that come in from the top for set pieces, and this frame around the stage, and all of this gear with all of these cables, all the props that are used in the show, it all comes on 5 trucks with us around the country. Almost none of that is in the theater when we get here at 6 a.m. on a Tuesday morning. So, thank you everyone for checking out this video. If there's anything I didn't mention, just let me know in the comments, and I'll do my best to answer your question as soon as I can. If you have any questions about doing this kind of job, you know, find me on the social media under Rasmussen, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and I'll do my best to answer your question to your liking. Don't forget to subscribe. Hopefully soon I'll be posting a playthrough video of some of the songs here in the show. Have a good one, guys. Bye.